This is great. I got in a daggone woven wire fence. Whooped the crap out of me. Well, howdy, howdy. I want to give a big, wonderful howdy to all the beautiful peoples and peeps out there. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Well, me and Roger's working on today is this great, big, ginormous poplar tree. We got down in the bottoms down here, and this tree had grown quite quickly. This is not an old growth tree. It's about 104. And me and Roger had to saw it up into short logs and stuff and him pack it out log form. It's just too big to handle. But them's that's an 8 foot 6 inch log he's pulling behind him, and it looks like it's a little 5 foot log with the diameter ratio to the length, you know. But it was a little bit of a struggle. Pretty good struggle, actually. So if you don't care, come on in and check out. Let me share it with you, because that'd make my day. Thanks, everybody. I hope you like it. What a daggone morning. Big Daddy and Roger and them, they're finished over there in the mud hole. Roger's skidding right there. These big whoopie trees is just putting it on me. If I could just get somewhere with normal timber, if I could just get there, I'd have her whooped, I promise you. But I can't get. Everywhere I go, I got troubles. I got 2 trees I'm gonna have to hand cut here in a minute. After Roger cleans that chute out, got that big boy and then another one up there. I'm gonna splat that big boy down there right in front of Roger's skidder when he gets that chute cleaned out. This sandy ground, man, you can't spin at all. Once you spin, you go straight down. So Roger's adjusting things to where he can get out of there without doing any spinning. All right, let's go get this sow on the ground. Look at the gap raising shut. We got it all cut loose, I believe. Now all we need's a big old push. I hope there ain't nothing holding. See, because the way I come in at different angles, all that's asking for is to miss wood. The wind's coming out of the northeast. The limbs are hanging back. I busted them limbs off, so it's got a little bit of back set to it anyways.
Got it set up on the knob.
Yeah.
You ready to go to work? Pull the hell like a hole out of it.
God! Well, I didn't cut all the way through it. Saw wouldn't reach. Here. Stand on that and I'll take your picture and share it on Facebook for Bev. Well, that ain't worth the shit.
I want me doing this one.
Good job. I was hoping I had everything cut. I didn't know if I did or not. All right, well, when we do them limbs, I just cut them off. You drag what's left out there, I guess.
Probably cut it off right, yeah, right there about where the limb's at.
Right there. Okay. Okay, what I'm noticing while I'm making this is how long it took me to do this tree. I told Robin, I think I told him the other day, it took daggone near an hour to mess this tree. By the time you figured changing my teeth and all this other mess, it's probably every bit of 45, 50 minutes anyways. But it just it takes a while to, you get a big trunk like this thing, and we're doing some of the pulpwood, and there's so many meaty limbs that they're crooked. Yeah, logs are short, but there's so many meaty limbs, it's just like that. Darn it, you screw around, some bent, crooked son of a buck to make anything out of it. And it's a good thing Roger's not skidding very far, because he can't grab a very big drag of this mess. You know, with the single, this is where a single arch grapple shows it. This is a kryptonite to a single arch grapple. This little jags of crap here, because they just don't have the tong capacity to get a load on there. Usually, when you're mixing small wood like this, you'll mix it with a big trunk or two, to where the skidder's still loaded and they don't really notice that it's getting taking pulpwood out, you know. But oh, phone call. Okay, I'm back. That was my buddy Brian from Ohio, talking about going to going to Block Bash this year. So where was I? Yes, it'd be nice. Dual arch is better with these, you know, but you can't just leave them lay. You know, you gotta take them, but it just kind of earn it. So now I'm gonna try to get these set around here and moved around and everything to where I can hand buck them all, because I'm going to have to cut, and I'm going to start out with, I think, 8-foot logs mostly, because I'm trying to bust that loose. I had a cut up there that wasn't quite letting go, but I think I'm going to mostly start with 8-foot logs, because it's mostly clear down low. The sunlight was held off the trunk pretty good. Now this tree was Big Mama counted the rings, and this tree is about 104 years old. That's about all the older this tree was. It's just down in a real good ground, real good spot to grow, and it growed really well. The growth rings is spread apart pretty good in this thing. It's just a pretty healthy, hard growing poplar tree. Now you see how I stepped that where that limb is, where I still didn't get that broke off. You see where that limb is, where well, I got an odd way of cutting that limb. I can't believe I'm still watering that thing loose. I'm just kind of watching the video instead of doing the commentary. I'll come back on here directly. I'm about to go back to normal speed. bear in mind when you're cutting a great big monstrous tree like this up out in the bush, you don't know when you're not in the yard doing it, you know, out in a lumber yard or log yard or something, you don't know where this thing's gonna roll. And you don't, like right here, I'm gonna cut through all this ivy and stuff and get in there. And you get the saw motor in a bad spot. Now it's a good way to get one mash. And then I'm telling you this from experience. Or get your leg down in somewhere or something. It happens, you know. And so you got to be real careful cutting something loose. You know, is it putting me in a bad spot? And that's why I don't really have my hand down there to throw myself off balance. So the way this pretty much all worked out, it is 8-foot logs. It's 8 foot 6 inches what the logs are. That 6 inches is overcut, so you got a little bit of trim room, trim length in the mill. You know, when you buy a stick of steel, you know it comes 2 inches long. You know, now usually we just do 4-inch over length, but I did 6 on these logs because I didn't want to take a chance on screwing them up. Which is a little bit wasteful, but when you're sawing these big logs like this, the chances for error is pretty great if you ain't being careful. Okay, I got gas up. I'll watch you get this out. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sit there and tell you this is cost effective. But it's all part of a job well done. Especially that bug eating my arm off. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the buttons and leave me likes, comments, stuff. Let me know what's up. And to anybody's wanting logger weight gear, go to loggerweight.com and help yourself at the shop there. And we got all that good mess. Take care of it. And mostly just want to say thanks everybody. Hope everybody has a good one later on.